Uh, 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 uh. All right, y'all. Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Hold on, I'm bringing it back. Uh, 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 uh. It's the urban therapy. Uh, 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 uh. It's the urban therapy with Sun Show, and I'm here, and I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that y'all here with me, right, ready to rock out. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, we are talking about I'm mad at my cousin, but not with my auntie. Mad at my cousin, but not with my auntie. Mad at my cousin, but not with my auntie. You understand? It ain't a big family thing. I said I'm mad at my cousin, but not at my auntie. Mad at my cousin, but not at my auntie. Mad at my cousin, but not at my auntie. Is still all the way behind me. Yeah, my cousin sold me out. My cousin stole my dough. My cousin messing with my girl. Say it ain't so. But my auntie ain't back and all of that. She know that her son was kind of whack. But we gonna get it straight. And that's because of all my family. I don't hate. Man, on the internet all the time we see family problems. Family problems. Your family sell you out before your friends do. Your family sell you out before your friends do. Well, we're gonna take a closer look at that. I'm wondering if when we say that your family, when people say that their family will do you in faster than your friends will. Let us see, let's explore if we're being fair about that. Because I know that most of us have high expectations for how our family should treat us. And we're not wrong about that. You know, family is supposed to be there for you. They're supposed to look out for you. Family is supposed to be a cohesive unit, bound by blood, bound by love, bound by unity, bound by trust. And when those things break down by 1, 2, 3, or 4 or more family members, it can make it seem like, well, you know what? Family ain't family like they used to be. You know how it is. When you're growing up, you start to learn what your placement in the family is. You start to learn how family is supposed to work. The thing is, not all families are the same, and not all family values are the same. So when you have been, it's sort of like what we were talking about briefly yesterday. Like when you have been raised by somebody to lie, cheat, and steal, then you think that lying, cheating, and stealing is okay. Well, what happens when you have been raised to lie, cheat, and steal, or raised to think that lying, cheating, and stealing is okay, but it's not supposed to be okay with the family or against the family? What happens in that situation? And the very thing that we have been taught to do to others or outsiders, now we're starting to do to ourselves on the inside. And of course, we resent it. Of course, we don't like it. Of course, we're rebelling against it. Of course, we're speaking out against it. But are we being fair about it? Are we singling out the bad family members and saying, well, these people don't represent the real family, the family? Or are we saying that, well, if any family disappoints, wrongs, steals from, hurts any other family, then the family as a whole is messed up? And the reason I want to ask this question is because, you know, when it comes to our friends, we're not going to say friends ain't shit or friends ain't really friends just because one person that used to be a friend or wasn't really a friend did you wrong. With friends, a lot of times we have to take into consideration that we don't really know them. We may have decided that somebody was a friend prematurely. We may have bumped them up to friend status before they really earned it. And you know what can happen when that's the situation. When you give somebody friend status that ain't worthy or ready for friend status, what's going to happen, y'all? What's going to happen? We're going to wind up being disappointed. But we're not going to say that because the actions of one friend was foul, we're not going to say that no friends are good. Like, no friends. Like, nah, man. You know what I mean? I've written off friends for the rest of my life. I know for a fact that some of us do that with family. Now, you know, you can have a whole lot more friends than you do with family, or a lot more people that you choose, select, or consider to be friends than you do with family. Family is limited. By bloodline, they're limited. And we know that we don't choose our family. And that's true. We don't choose our family, but we do choose our interaction with family. We do choose our placement of importance in family. And we do choose who we consider to be our close family members. We do choose that the same way that we do with who? The same way that we do with what? Friends. We may not choose our family members by blood, but we do choose them by interaction. So we got a favorite brother or a favorite sister. We have a favorite cousin. We might even have a favorite parent. Well, I like my mom more than I do my dad. It's not that I don't love my dad, but you know, I was always closer with my mom. I was always closer with which side of the family, y'all? You know that you be closer with your mom's side of the family. Now, of course, not all the time, but a lot of the times, yes. Why? Because you're around them. But guess what can happen? Your mom's side of the family might be the grimy side of the family. So not only did you grow up with your mom's side of the family and were closer with your mom's side of the family, but your mom's side of the family has the biggest potential to be the grimier or the most disappointing side of the family. It's a consequence. It's part of the whole equation. What's going on, Care Bear, and Carol Chamberlain, and Stacey White? Thanks for coming on through. Stacey White says, "I like my mom and her family." And it makes sense. If you don't, a lot of people didn't grow up with their father. Not saying that's you, but a lot of people didn't. A lot of people don't to this day. A lot of people who have kids, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like my nephew situation. When my nephew was a baby, when my nephew was very young, he used to be going down South Philly, you know, interacting with his cousins and his brothers and his sisters on his dad's side. He used to go down there, spend the night and all of that, you know. He used to be down there. The more his dad pulled away, or the less he saw of his dad, he wasn't going down South Philly as much. Does he even know his brothers and sisters? His pop had a bunch of kids. Does he have any interaction with them anymore? I don't know. But I know one thing. I know as a whole teenager, he wasn't going down South Philly spending no time with his father's side. And I know he ain't seen his father in years. Now, that's not to say that he don't know where his dad is or whatever the case may be, but it's not the same. Things had changed. Things had changed. And his story is not unlike a lot of people's story. He used to go down South Philly, chill with his grandmother, his cousins. He was down there. As he started getting older, they started growing more and more apart. Now, of course, there are other factors that might have contributed to that. Like my sister got remarried, and so he's having a lot of interaction with my brother-in-law's side of the family too, because my brother-in-law considered him to be a son. He never officially adopted him though. And that makes sense that he never officially adopted him because he still had ties to South Philly. So, all right, bottom line is a lot of us may have had interactions with our father's side of the family, but that might have fizzled out, or it might not have been as strong if your dad wasn't active in your life. It's a lot easier to be closer or have more interaction with your father's side of the family when your father is active in your life, because you're going to be right there. So when we have a title of a show or a situation like me and my cousin fell out, I'm mad at my cousin, but not at my auntie. It happens. Well, what we're really just showing is how writing off all family members or trying to say that, you know, your family ain't this or ain't that can be a little disrespectful, because you haven't taken into consideration that not all family members are on the same type time or same side. Now, if they are, I think that's a little weird. If your family member has done you dirty, or if you have done a family member dirty and you trying to clean it up and make it look like they either had it coming or that you didn't do what you really did, if everybody goes on your side or their side, then there's a problem. That's the difference between what I see with your friends and your family. But we gonna get into that. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share the show. And subscribe to the channel. What you know. Are we gonna talk about mad at my cousin, not my auntie? Mad at my cousin, not my auntie. Mad at my cousin, not my auntie. We going to get into this Bishop Briganti. All right, let's go. Let's go. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. And I'm so happy to be here with y'all. Now, I ain't seen y'all since last night. I missed you so bad. But we talking about I'm mad at my cousin, not my auntie. Mad at my cousin, not my auntie. I got a scenario for y'all. You know how people be like, don't go into business with your family because don't go into business with your family because don't go into business with your family because your family won't do this. Your family won't do that. They won't look out. They won't look out. They won't look out. Well, let's see what's the scenario. Let's take a situation where you and your cousin, let's say your cousin, your brother, a family member, but let's say your cousin. Let's say you and a cousin, y'all decided to do business with each other. Y'all decided that y'all were going to go in the business, open up a store, start selling something. I don't know, buy a food truck, get something popping to whereas y'all can make some money together. And let's say y'all pooled y'all money together or whatever, and something went wrong, and your cousin pulled out and took not only their money back that they may not have had rights to because y'all had setup costs. They not only took their money back, but they stole some of your money. That's pretty much the scenario. Now, your cousin pretty much ran off on the plug. And for those of y'all who may not understand what ran off on the plug means, that's drug talk. That's street hustler talk. Like, that means that whoever fronted you some work And fronting work means like gave you some drugs to sell without having you purchase it from them. So they basically gave it to you, you know, um, per diem. And you didn't you sold the drugs and you didn't give the money back to your supplier. You ran off on the plug. So now you done burnt that bridge over there. They gonna catch you, find you, and exact some street justice on you. But it is what it is. So let's say your cousin did that. They ran off, took their money that they put into it, that they didn't have rights to, and took your money, some of your money too. Almost left you with nothing. And they felt like they were justified in doing it because things weren't going their way. Maybe they felt like you weren't communicating. Maybe they thought that you were going to steal some money from them. Maybe they just didn't understand the way that the business was supposed to be run and the way that it was supposed to be conducted. So they went and took their money back. Now, if they really, really stole the money from you, they're probably going to hide from you. The thing about it is, now, more than likely, you're going to get the family involved. You're going to try to find your cousin. If you can't find your cousin, if you don't know where your cousin is, you can go to your family members. You can go to their mom. You can go to one of their brothers and sisters. You can go to a cousin that they are cool with. Somebody knows where they are. That's the difference between friends and family. You can always catch up with one of your family members if they were ever active in your family. Because somebody in the family is somebody that they keep up with. So it could be their mom or their dad or another cousin or their brothers or their sister, an auntie or uncle that was instrumental in their lives or whatever. Somewhere, somebody is going to step up and be and know where they are, and they're going to point you right in their direction. Shoot. Now, let's say your cousin went and changed they phone number. Now you calling them, it's going straight to voicemail, or you getting the straight. The number you have called, the number you have called is not number you have called is not in service. Either they changed their number or they blocked you. You're going to know somebody who has their number or somebody who they haven't blocked. That's the benefit. That's one of the many benefits of family over friends. If a friend steals your money, they scammed you, they ran off on you, whatever, they might run down south, go to another state or city, go on the West Coast, leave the country. You don't know where the hell they at. Now here you are Googling, trying to use their last known address or well-known addresses that they have. Something you're trying to find them, and it's not going to be easy. You're going to have to do a lot of work because they don't want to be found by you. But your family members, somebody knows where they at, where they at. Somebody knows their phone number. Somebody knows how to get in touch with them. Somebody is probably going to stand up and be like, we got to fix this. Now you say they stole your money, but that's not what they told me. They told me a different story. They told me that the money that they took or the money that they had was their money. They even showed me paperwork. They showed me where you were supposed to get this much. They were supposed to get that much. They got what you had, and they got what they were supposed to get. And you might be like, well, no, they lying. They lying. That's not the way it was supposed to happen. It was supposed to go like this. We paid so much money we paid this much for these supplies or for these products or whatever, and we were supposed to sell this much, and we should have got this much back. That's not what happened. First of all, he shorted us on the supplies. Like I put in 7,000 and he put in 3,000. So, it was 10,000 to get started. He left with 5,000. How you leave with 5,000? You only put in 3, and we didn't sell nothing yet. Oh, well, that's not what he told. That's not what they told me. He or she told me. They told me that they put in 4,000 and left with 5,000 because they had sold 1,000 or 2,000, and y'all split the 2. Yeah, well, even if that was true, and it's not, but even if that was true, if they only put in 3,000, or if he lying, talk about he put in 4,000, and I put in 6, so I still paid more money than he did. So how if we make 1,000, how is that split down the middle when we still only 60-40, when we was really only 30 and 70? All right, well, I'm gonna get such and such on the phone, and we're gonna get this thing straightened out because family ain't supposed to do each other like that, and we're gonna find out who's right and who's wrong in this situation. That's the benefit of family, even if they don't directly take sides. You know what I mean? Because your auntie ain't gonna directly always go against they child. They not gonna go against their child. You know what I mean? You don't want to disrespect your auntie to make it seem like she raised a bum, a thief, a conniving little fox. That's your favorite auntie, or one of them, and she gonna look out. She gonna look out. Stacey White says, I like my mom and her family. Okay. And she also says, I grew up with my father. I just didn't know the truth when I saw it. When I see it, I don't know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Only my closest friends know my real truth. Okay. Care Bear says, family members will pass messages along even if they don't give you the phone number. Facts. 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 Well, it might not be my place to give you the number, but I'm going to make sure that they call you, or, I'm going to ask about that situation. Well, how come such and such came over here today talking about, saying that you took money from them? It's going to be a situation because family cookouts be going down. Family gatherings be going down. Family reunions be going down. And you can't have no civil war going on when it comes to when it comes to the family. That ain't the time for that. We can't be having people divided over deviled eggs and potato salad. Speaking of deviled eggs and potato salad, there's something going on with us black people that I can't understand, and I want to know why it is this way. Why do we consider our family members to be able to cook, or anybody? Why do we consider you to only be able to cook when you get the side dishes right? Deviled eggs, potato salad, macaroni salad, coleslaw. Why are side dishes so important to our cuisine choices in the black family? God damn it. Now look, I ain't going. I know I got it. Do we still have sound? But am I lying? Why do we consider you to be able to cook, or consider whether we're going to come and eat at this food gathering if you get the side items right? So, I mean, you mean to tell me you can fuck up a whole turkey a couple of racks of ribs, chicken, and all of that, yeah, we'll excuse all of that. But you fuck up that potato salad, I'm out of here with your 9 being able to cook ass. Yo, you taste that? You taste the seafood salad? Did you taste the seafood salad? Ew. I ain't eating no more of that shit. I ain't eating nothing at this cookout. Nope. You can't eat everybody potato salad. You can you eat everybody ribs? I don't never hear nobody saying, yo, you can't eat everybody turkey. You can't eat everybody fried chicken. You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. You can't eat everybody's ham hocks. You can't do it. But macaroni salad, potato salad, deviled eggs, that's the make or break dishes in the with black people. We gotta stop playing small ball, man. Oh, and macaroni and cheese. Like, god damn. Putting you have 12 cheeses in the damn macaroni. Yo, enough. All you gotta do is have two or three right cheeses. The right cheese. Motherfuckers want to have the whole Wisconsin cheese selection in their macaroni and salad. I mean, I'm sorry. The mac and cheese. And you know, I got family in Wisconsin. I don't see them adding in every cheese that they got in the whole state into they mac and cheese. They just go ahead and make the mac and cheese. Shit, some of them use Velveeta. Not my family members. All right, we still have sound good. I ain't messing with these monitors. I ain't messing with that. Nothing. Nah. I don't even think I'm a. If we get one on here, I don't even think I'm a chill. I might not even move around too much in my seat. A little nervous. But anyway, yeah. What we doing? Care Bear says better not mess up the macaroni salad. Yeah. Shit. Macaroni salad be all right, but you done put some shrimp in there that was suspect. Like, yo, how long did you have them shrimp out before you put them in the macaroni and cheese? Because I mean, before you put them in the macaroni salad. Not that I haven't seen seafood and macaroni and cheese, but we you know, that's another story. You know, because them shrimp is kind of mushy. And I thought I smelled something funny. You mess up these deviled eggs, I'll air this place out. I'll air this family out. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been to some cookouts where it was some bad side items. I have been to cookouts. I remember this particular one where I went to West Philly, and that macaroni salad and that potato salad it tasted greasy. It was so nasty, I had to sneak and throw it away. I was like, oh, I'm going to I got to go to the car for something. I went to the car and threw that plate away. Came back like, that was good. I'm full. It was the nastiest shit. I was like, what the hell? Somebody trying to poison us. They trying to poison us. I swear, man, stay away from 60th and Market. Anything in 60th Street in Philly, man, stay away from 60th Street, a bad street in Philly. Tell me I'm lying. I ain't known Nobody that lived at 60th and nothing to be all right. Nothing. Whether you go east or west. West, no. 60th Street. Whether you go north or south. My bad. Whether you go north or south. Well, you could say east or west. No, yeah. North or south on 60th Street. Stacey White says, I never pretend to be a great cook, but things I know how to cook, I better know how to do something. I could dig it. Okay, babe, you know what I'm talking about. 60th Street is notorious for violence, crime, ratchet shit, bad shit. It's the North Philly of West Philly. That's 60th Street is the North Philly of West Philly. Yeah. 60th Street. I ain't been on 60th and nothing and felt safe. Like, yo, man, what's up with 60th Street? I've been on 57th. I've been on 55th. I've been on 63rd, and I was good. But 60th? What? You know, the L stop is at 60th. But I noticed that when the L stop at 60th, it get up out of there faster than it does on the other stops. Like it stop at 60th Street. Sometimes you got to get on it without it. Like sometimes it don't stop all the way. Like you got to kind of get on it, while it's moving. It slow down, fast enough. Okay, man, it says 60th is suspect. It is. That's what they always call Suspect Street. Suspecteth. Stacey says, y'all men be choosing those loose women instead of finding out what they could do. That's right. Y'all women always choose good men. That's why y'all baby fathers always be in your lives. Because women are just great at choosing men. They always make the right choice. Always. That's why the single mother rate is going down. Because women be choosing the right men 90% of the time. Okay, anyway, getting back to our topic. I'm mad at my cousin, but not at my auntie. One of the good things about family members or family, period, is that you can catch up with who you need to catch up with in family. And even if your family is divided or they take sides one way or another, more than likely, not all family members are going to take the side that is against you. Now, don't get me wrong, because there are some people who claim that family members did them wrong and whatever, and it's not always true. It's not always true. You have family members that do foul shit, that mess up things, lie on other family members and say that they've been lied on. There's nothing more frustrating than somebody who's lying, saying that somebody is lying on them. That shit is a pain in the ass. That shit is a pain in the ass. But that's also the good thing about family. Family members know who be lying, who be cheating, who be stealing in the family. Y'all know when all of the cousins used to be together. Y'all know which cousins didn't. We all know the cousins who didn't know how to treat cousins like cousins. I'm going into an area that I don't want to go into, but that I have to. We all know which cousins didn't seem to understand that they couldn't treat family like boyfriends and girlfriends. We all know which cousins didn't seem to be able to understand the difference between family and lovers. We all know the cousins that didn't seem to be able to keep their hands to themselves. We all know the cousins that wasn't really right. And look, you keep this cousin away from the rest of the cousins. Like, yeah. We all know the cousins that used to go home with more shit than they brought. Yo, where my Atari cartridges? Somebody stole somebody. I can't find my Pac-Man cartridge. I didn't steal it. I just borrowed it. He said I could hold it. He said that I could hold it. We all know the cousins that didn't respect the relationships of other cousins. We all know them. We know the aunts and uncles, all of the ancestors know. Well, I don't know who girlfriend it was. I don't know who boyfriend it was. All I know is they both liked him. They both liked him, and the other one got mad when he chose the other one. Family. What up, family? Stacey White says, I always had my people's back. Really thought I didn't. Discernment. If I can see God right now in the flesh, I would tell him. But yeah. So when people get to writing off their family, are they writing off their family because of a few bad experiences, a few bad family members, some family members that weren't acting right for a while, a few opportunistic or unscrupulous family members? Are we blaming our whole family for the actions of a few family members? Because it can happen. You know, if you get bitten by, if you already were kind of scared of dogs and then you get bit by a dog, there's a good chance that you're going to write all dogs off. Like, no, I don't mess with no dogs. I'm cool on dogs. I'm cool on dogs. Do we do the same thing with family members? Now we know that family is supposed to be close and they're supposed to look out for each other. I mean, we have bloodlines, but the thing is, not all of our family shares our bloodline. You know, when you have an aunt and an uncle, one of them is a aunt and an uncle, a married couple. One of them is your blood family member, and the other one ain't. Simple as that. One is and one ain't. What happens when the one that's not your blood family member is the one that treats you well, and the other one ain't? What happens when they get divorced? Or if they get divorced? They get divorced, and your non-blood aunt or uncle goes their separate ways. What do you do? What do you do? You know, your aunt and your uncle, they might have been married for years. And you got blood related cousins out of that. What do you do? What do you do? So there's more to take into consideration when we're talking about family than meets the eye sometimes. I'm talking family to you, baby. Family biz. I'm talking that is family biz. I'm talking fam biz to you, baby. Family biz. I'm talking that is family, 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 family. Real shit. I mean, because I can understand how we would be mad at our family to the point where we would be so disappointed if they sold us out. We'd be so disappointed if they sold us out or didn't do us how we thought that they should, or they didn't conduct themselves properly, to whereas we just might have been demoralized by the whole family experience. But you mean to tell me we're going to say that nobody is good because some of the family members weren't good? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. What we doing? What we doing? And it might be hard not to do it. It might be. It might be hard not to do that. You might be in a mental space, an emotional, and in an emotional space where you can't get around calling a spade, or you can't see the forest for the trees as far as family is concerned. And don't let one or two or more family members seem like they either conspired against you or have done you dirty on separate occasions. And I have a feeling that that's where the family will do you in or sell you out faster than non-family members or friends will do. I have a feel. I have a feeling that that's where a lot of that feeling comes from. That's where a lot of that thinking comes from. That's what I have a feeling of. So we have that situation going on. I don't know. It always makes me feel bad when somebody is estranged from their family, not cool with their family, not good with their family, has no faith, belief, or love, or strong feelings for their family in a good way. I hate to hear about that because I know that. Well, I shouldn't say that I know. I normally feel like it's a fixable situation. It's a situation that could be better than what it is. But who am I to say that? Who am who I'm is? Who I'm is? Who is I'm? Who is I'm to say? Who is I'm to say that something can be fixed when it's obviously broke? Hey, what's going on? Hadassah, 1965. Thanks for coming on through. Appreciate it. On the Blog Talk side, I appreciate me some YOU. Oh, yes, I do. But yeah, when one, two, or more family members have screwed you over on several separate occasions, it might be feeling like you. It might give you a feeling like this is just a hopeless situation. These cats ain't cool. They not cool. They're too busy trying to play me like a fool. I feel like they are salivating when they do that crazy shit and start to hate. And I feel like I am a hyena against a lion. This I'm not buying. And I'm not trying to make my family look bad. But what they did was crazy bad. And I ain't really trying to get on my high horse and talk bad about my people, of course. It's not all of them, but it's too many of them, brothers, sisters, cousins, and aunts and uncles. What the hell? What we doing out here? Only thing I have left is my mom around here. My granny passed. My grandpop wasn't around. I'm trying to get y'all to understand what I'm saying, man. Man, it wasn't my blood grandpop, but my pop was all that. Don't stop. Yeah, he always looked out. You know what I'm talking about. Do you understand the situation that's going on with the family? Do you understand me? Naturalista Rap. Thanks for coming on through. I said Brooklyn. Brooklyn's in the house. What's going on? How you feeling? Good to see me some you. And also, okay, misinformed emotion. All right, that's what I'm talking about. See what y'all talking about. Naturalista Rap says, sometimes I don't trust people who have no one in their family that they can turn to. See, I don't know if that's the case, but if that's the case, Naturalista Rap, I agree with you. More than likely, they are the problem. Like, come on, you mean to tell me that nobody in your family is on the level? Nobody is right? So either something is wrong with your expectations, or you was raised by wolves. You was raised by wolves. Misinformed emotion says, when my mother died, my family started plotting over her estate, and lawyers aided up. What's left, I am keeping. Oh, okay. Yeah, now that, oh, you're Hadassah. Okay, that's what's up. Good looking. And Naturalista Rap asked, not one person. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. Come on. I'd have known plenty of really messed up families, and I still found a few of them that was cool. And when I say I've known some messed up families, I've known families where all of them sold drugs, all of them. Like, how you have a whole family that sell drugs? A whole family? It seemed like all of them. Now, I ain't know all of their family members, but I knew a good 15, 20 of them, and they all sold drugs. Either they sold drugs or they was hookers. It was yeah. This family shall remain unnamed. But yeah, all of them was on some bullshit. I was like, but still, there was still one or two that floated in and out or whatever. Maybe they weren't right there directly with them, but there was still a few that floated out that never stayed in a whole lot because they was too busy doing something decent, something positive. They was out there, trying to make something happen. Misinformed emotion says, a few, but they were scared to take sides. But I pay everything and still moving forward. Okay. Stacey White says, one of my childhood best friends could not trust her family. She only trusted me. How many of your family members are you talking about? Are you talking about just your nuclear family? Are you just talking about your mom, your dad, your brothers and your sisters, and your close cousins? Because families, it can get kind of big. Family expands. How many of y'all have gone to a family reunion and you met all kinds of people? You know what I mean? You had to introduce yourself to new cousins. Like, oh yeah, I'm such and such son, and but on my dad. You know how you meet cousins of cousins? Like, everybody cousins ain't like your cousins. Your cousins might not be your cousins, because like your brothers. I'm sorry, your mom's mother or brother had kids by a man or a woman, and then they side of the family was close. So even though we consider everybody to be cousins, because like, all right, if you the cousin of my cousins and we still cool and we get raised around each other and we in and out and knowing each other and all of that, we still call each other cousins, but we really are removed from each other. So we're not blood related, but we still cousins. Like anybody can be a cousin. A cousin is one of the easiest way to get into a family. But my point is, when you go to a family reunion and you meet all kinds of people that you didn't know before, some of them you might keep in touch with, and some of them you might not. So you don't know if they're good or bad or whatever. But when you yell out, yo, man, you know what I mean, my family is messed up. I don't rock with none of my family. You know, they slimy, they grimy or whatever. I imagine that misinformed emotion. I imagine that because you collected what you collected, and for as far as the inheritance is concerned, I'm sure their family members talking bad about you. Like, yeah, you know, he. I don't know if you are a man or a woman. I can't really. I don't want to disrespect you, but I'm sure that there are family members who are so disgruntled that they didn't get what they were looking for, that they probably looking at you like you stole it or like you manipulated away to get it. Like, yeah, he or she got power of attorney, and you know, they didn't deserve to have no power of attorney. Nobody knew that they had that. They took out policies on mommy. They took out policies on daddy. They had policies out on Nana. They had policies out on Big Mama, Granny. She says, I love my family and I need my family. Until God send me my family, I feel real blessing. I can dig it. It's a good way to feel. It's a good way to fail. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah. Just because somebody complains about something don't mean that they in the right. That's what we have to understand about some of these people that complain about their family. You might have been the first one to voice your opinion and to give your account of what happened, but that doesn't mean that you're telling the truth. We all know people who lie. We all know people who embellish. We all know people who switch around the story. We all know people who be backpedaling. We all know people who can't stand up to cross-examination. We all know people who can't verify information that they be putting out. We all know people like that, and sometimes they are family members. So when I say, what up, Duck Northwest Media on the Blog Talk side? Thanks for coming through. When I say that you mad at your cousin, but not your auntie. Yeah, your cousin might have done some off the wall stuff, but they might not have. Sometimes you just like when it comes to friends or strangers, we have to consider the source of the information. Just because I'm complaining about what supposedly happened to me does not mean that I'm telling the truth. It doesn't mean that. I might be the slimy, grimy, lying, cheating, conniving family member, but I'm also the one that speaks first. So everybody believes me because I'm the one that comes out with shit first, even though I'm the one shitting on everybody. Misinformed Emotion says, absolutely, but this sister was the one who got robbed. They had policies, sold off properties, and wanted to leave me high and dry. I came in late. Now I see what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Okay. Misinformed information. Misinformed emotion. Yeah, you getting into you getting into a real sticky area, of contention. When we start talking about our family members, that are like vultures waiting for somebody to die, trying to claim shit that they don't have any claim to. Well, she always wanted me to have this. He always wanted me to have this. And that person, unfortunately, has transitioned. They done went to be with God. They one of the ancestors now. They're not there to say, oh, yeah, I did say that I wanted them to have this or that. They're not here. They're not here to defend that. So what we got? What we got? We got people stealing jewelry. We got people. We got people taking bedroom sets. We got people. A death in the family is one of the hardest things in a family, and it's one of the most divisive things in the world. Family will stop speaking to each other for good over some trinkets, over some property, over, like misinformed emotion said, over the estate. He always wanted me to say to have this. Well, did they put it in the will? No. Okay. But they always told me that they wanted me to have this. Well, why didn't they give it to you while they was alive? Well, they never had a chance to. Why? It's sure ain't because you wasn't coming around, or if you wasn't coming around, why wasn't you? Since y'all was so close. Since y'all was so close that they wanted you to have something of theirs. An heirloom. An heirloom. A bunch of heirlooms. We about to get out of here soon, man. But do y'all understand what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? A death in the family brings out the worst in too many family members. Everybody out to get something. I could see if it was somebody that you really loved and you want something of sentimental value that will always keep that person in your heart. I could see that. But sometimes people just want money. Well, I know that Aunt such and such had a bunch of money. She used to keep it. She used to keep it in the wall behind the wallpaper. Take down that wallpaper and you'll find the money. Why do people always think that family members got a bunch of money hidden somewhere, like a treasure? But where's the map? Where's the X that marks the spot for the money, all the money that they had? So your auntie, your uncle, your mom, or your dad might have been living on a fixed income for 20 years. Lived to be 90 years old. How much money they got left? They ain't worked in almost 30 years. And I don't know what you know about life insurance, but ain't nobody insuring nobody over 80. Not for real. Maybe a Colonial Pen. Shout out to Colonial Pen. They're going to give you just enough to bury your loved one. You ain't getting no real money. Shout out to Colonial Pen. Shout out to Colonial Pen. Alex Trebek. Rest in peace, Alex Trebek. Yeah. Shoot. Didn't Ed McMahon, didn't he used to be a sponsor for Colonial Pen, right? Or a spokesperson for Colonial Pen. Then he passed. Then Alex Trebek, then he passed. Yo, don't be a spokesperson for Colonial Pen. Misinformed Emotion says, I was misinformed, but still moving past the mess that they made. My parents turned in their graves multiple times. Death is when you find out who is who. Period. It can be. It definitely. You're definitely going to find out how somebody's logic mixes in with their emotions in terms of property is concerned. You're definitely going to find that out. Who got the keys to the stash box? No. The safe deposit box. Who has the keys to the safe deposit box? Who has the keys to the safe deposit box? Who has the keys to the safe deposit? Safe deposit box. Who has the keys to the safe deposit box? Who has the keys to the safe deposit box? Who's going to get paid? Who has the keys to the safe deposit box? And a lot can change between when a person, the wishes that a person had before they passed and after they passed, or at the time that they passed. Like I was in the midst of changing my will. I was changing some things around. My new bride, my new spouse gotta get theirs. Everybody in the family looking at him sideways. On my deathbed, had a couple of wishes. Yo, give my dishes to my daughter. Real China, baby. Vintage, real China, baby. Give it a whole break front. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 9th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. Look at the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. Look at the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. Look at the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Danita Simpkins turning 64 years old today, and Erica Kane turning 52 years old today, and Artesia Silhouette Prez Jackson Johnson turning 45 years old today, and Akande Bemi Sola turning 37 years old today, and Crystal Custis turning 70 years old today, and Delnita Cherie turning 55 years old today, and Kate, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my girl, Crystal Taylor. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that the day finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious September 9th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do the thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember. I said, go hard, go for yours, and remember. I said, man, family is all right. Some of y'all got to stop lying. Some of y'all got to stop lying on your family members, saying that your family members are no good. Not even one that stood tall for you, and all the proof that you needed was to be yourself. You see it, number one, and it's done. Your family don't even respect your son or your daughter. You ought to get another fam. You can bring some more in, and I think that I am going to do just that. If the ones at this particular time don't know the real time, I'm on some other type things, and I'm going to make sure my family treats me like a king, and I'm going to treat them just like my royal fam, because that's what I am, and that's how it stems. I don't know. I'm always one to say keep it tall with your family, man. Keep it close, because no matter how you slice it, you come from them. You are who they are, unless you was adopted or something like that. And even if you was, it's nurture over nature. A lot of times it's Nature over nurture. You know how it go. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We will be back tomorrow with another Urban Therapy with Son show. I hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. You make me so. You make me so. Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobas. 1, 2. On the other side, my boobas. 3, 4. Giving you some more, my boobas. Peace, y'all.